If you're studying by rereading your notes over and over, you're using one of the least effective learning methods science has ever tested. This traditional approach often leads to frustration, as countless hours are spent studying only to blank out during exams. The uncomfortable truth is most people are studying completely wrong, using methods that feel productive but don't actually work. This happens because your brain has two types of knowledge: recognition and recall. Recognition is passive, like seeing something and thinking, oh yeah, I know that, but it's useless during an exam. Recall, however, is when you can pull information out of your brain without any cues or prompts, which is what exams truly test. The problem is, almost everything students do, like rereading or highlighting, builds recognition, not recall. This is called the fluency illusion, where repeated exposure makes material feel familiar, but not truly learned. Cognitive scientist Robert Bjork calls this desirable difficulty, emphasizing that real learning feels hard because your brain is actively working. The solution is active recall, a powerful technique where you force yourself to retrieve information from memory without looking at your notes. A study showed that students using active recall remembered 50% more information than those who just reread material. Let's explore 5 science-backed methods to implement active recall effectively. Technique 1. The blank page method. After studying, close your materials and write down everything you can remember about the topic. Don't immediately look at your notes when you get stuck. Struggle with it for at least 30 seconds. This struggle strengthens neural pathways, and when you finally check, write down what you forgot in your own words. Technique 2. The Feynman Technique. Explain a concept out loud as if teaching it to a complete beginner, using simple language. When you stumble, you found a gap in your understanding. Study that gap, then try explaining it again. As Feynman said, if you can't explain something simply, you don't understand it well enough. Technique 3. Spaced repetition. Cramming doesn't work because of the forgetting curve, where you forget about 70% of new information within 24 hours. Every time you successfully retrieve information, you slow down that forgetting curve, making it easier to remember long term. Implement this by reviewing material at increasing intervals. Tomorrow, 3 days later, 1 week later, and so on, always using active recall. Technique 4. Interleaving. Instead of studying topics in blocks, mix different subjects or problem types in one session. This forces your brain to actively discriminate between concepts, preparing you for exams where problems aren't neatly categorized. A study found interleave practice led to 43% better test performance, even though it felt harder during study. Technique 5. Practice testing under exam conditions. Most students never practice taking exams, only studying. Take past papers or create your own practice test under real exam conditions. Timed, no notes, no distractions. Doing poorly is okay. It helps identify weak spots and reduces test anxiety by familiarizing you with the experience. Let's apply these techniques to a 4-week study plan for a biology exam on cellular respiration, photosynthesis, and DNA replication. Week 1. Study cellular respiration. After each section, use the blank page method. The next day, review with active recall, then start photosynthesis using the Feynman technique. Week 2. Start DNA replication, but interleave all 3 topics in each study session, mixing them up for active recall. Week 3. Take a practice test under exam conditions. Grade it honestly, identify weak spots, and use the blank page method for those topics, continuing to interleave reviews. Week 4. Daily active recall sessions on all topics, focusing on areas from the practice test. Take one more practice test a few days before the real exam. By embracing these science-backed techniques, you'll transform your study habits, improve retention, and achieve better results. Stop studying wrong and start learning effectively today.